everybody? It is the Last Raider. We are back with another video. And CDProjectRed, oh my god, they are getting hit for this, what is this, like the 8th or 9th time? Anyone releasing a game in 2020, just back off, okay? Ghost of Tsushima took all the goodwill out of the universe, all right? You just need to wait till 2021 before you release anything new. CDProjectRed right now may face lawsuit from investors due to Cyberpunk 2077. This is bad for a company. All right, CD Projekt investors are looking into filing a class action lawsuit due to CD Projekt Red misinterpreting of Cyberpunk 2077 for financial benefits. Cyberpunk 2077 has, to say the least, landed CD Projekt Red in hot water. Whether it is the internal conflict between devs and management, the backlash that has ripped apart their reputation, or the unprecedented demand for refunds from players, which has never happened before. Now, if you were to ask me which of these two launches were the worst between Cyberpunk 2077 and Fallout 76, I would say Fallout 76 would be worse because, one, Bethesda doubled down on everything. Red is trying to fix it and trying to build that reputation up. Bethesda just doubled down on everything, and the game was so buggy when it came out, it was bricking PCs. Which PCs have a lot more power. Cyberpunk 2077, from what I understand, is still fairly playable on PC. There's a lot of people saying, don't play it on console. It's unplayable on a console. You get it on PC. It's got some bugs, but they're kind of funny at times. They're fun to laugh at. They're not bugs that are going to be game breaking. So, but this is still pretty bad because nobody could get a refund for Fallout 76. They're able to now get a refund for Cyberpunk 2077. I don't know why. That has just bugged me the entire time I've seen this, because there's no way in hell this is worse than what was going on with Bethesda and Fallout 76. And from what I understand, Fallout 76 is still a shit game. It's still not that effective. It's a game I'm not even interested in playing anymore. Anyway, now the investors are jumping into the fold with potential lawsuits underway. According to VGC, CD Projekt Red investors are looking into filing a class action lawsuit due to CD Projekt Red's misrepresenting of Cyberpunk 2077 for financial benefits. Meaning, apparently it was not just the players, the fans and the customers that were told this game was going to be ready for PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. They also told this to the investors. The reason you would probably say something like this to investors is they're looking at this as the next gen consoles are coming in. They're going to build us a little bit of revenue, but what they want right now is those current gen consoles that are right there in the market, PS4, Xbox One, because those consoles are what majority of people are going to have, and you want to sell the game on the majority of consoles. It's just business. It's just business. It's basic math, okay? The more games you can sell, the more money you're going to make, the more you're going to bring in. If you sell 10 games, you're going to make a certain amount of money. If you sell 20 games, you're going to make even more, because each game is the same amount, but you're selling it to 20 people instead of 10 people. Anywho, apparently from what's happening here, the investors feel like they were misled, and probably so. If you sat there and told them, hey, you know what, this is going to work on this console, and the way an investment in a game works, or anything, it's I put some money in with a certain percentage interest that's going to come back. We'll say I invest, for simplicity's sake, say you invest $100 into a company expecting a 20% interest. That means that means when they get done paying you, you're going to get $120 back. That's how you make money off investments. They have to not only recoup the cost that you put into the business, but they also have to pay you the interest afterward. That's why they get into some weird percentages every so often. That's also why if you watch Shark Tank, you'll see Mr. Wonderful also ask for a royalty on top of it. or he'll try to take full control of whatever it is and just give the person the royalty, because then he's taking the lion's share of the money and they're getting a tiny amount. Which honestly is not the best way to go unless you really don't want to deal with the hit, unless you just want to sit on your ass and make money for the rest of your life. But if you want the vast majority of money, it's a good idea. What is that movie with Patrick Dempsey, Maid of Honor? It's a chick flick. And he's back in the Clinton years, and he makes a coffee coaster. A little piece of cardboard that's glued together that you put up over your coffee so it doesn't burn your hand. And he sells the idea to Starbucks. Every time Starbucks sells a coffee with his collar on there, he makes 10 cents off of it. He makes a lot of money after it's all. He's like mega rich before it's over with. He's driving a fancy car. He's running around, and he explains this in the movie in like the very beginning of it. The actual movie is so. It's not that interesting. But that was the best example I could come up with at the moment. But anyway, yeah, these investors are actually pretty damn pissed off, and they're pointing their ire at CDProjectRed because the belief was, or the deal was, look, you invest in this, you invest in us. We've done The Witcher and Witcher 3. We've made these games we've made millions off these games. You guys invest in us. We're going to put this really expansive, really big game out there, and that's going to make us a shit ton of money. Well, they're not making a shit ton of money. They're actually losing a shit ton of money. So the investors are probably going to attempt a suing. Will it work? It's hard to say. All right, I would say there's plenty of evidence to prove wrongdoing on CDProjectRed's part, but at the end of the day, you have to ask yourself, if CDProjectRed pulls the court case long enough, what are you going to get out of it? Eventually, the investors will drop the case simply because there'll be no money in it. And if CDProjectRed starts building up cash and starts paying them back, they may also drop it. The game has good potential for PlayStation 5 and Xbox X, and from what I understand, the bugs are not very game-breaking on PC. They're just kind of fun to watch. It's just like a weird quirk of playing video games. Hey, look, this guy is dead, but he's humping the floor right now like a maniac. Anyway, it is no surprise that investors aren't happy. The game has been pulled from PlayStation Store, which is a big chunk of the market. Found itself with a warning on Microsoft's Xbox Store, which could deter people from buying it. Lost the company $1 billion, which, like I said before, money's already been lost. You've got to know if the suing is going to recoup your costs. And caused a wealth of negative press and controversy due to launching when not ready to do so. Which means right now their reputation's in the gutter. Whether or not the company is going to make any money off this is up in the air. They've got to, one, fix the reputation that they've got, and two, figure out how they're going to end up. After they do that, they're going to have to make money off of it. My thing is fixing the game would be the best option if they could get it to eventually run on PS4. And it is amazing to me also that there's a lot of players like complaining about PS4 when a lot of people, if you got to go looking up streaming, a lot of people were saying, The Witcher 3 on PlayStation 3 was horrible to run on PlayStation 3. But once you got it on PlayStation 4, oh, hey, look, it runs beautifully on PlayStation 4. It was a really good game on PlayStation 4. Really good game on PC. Something to think about there. Honestly, I think the game was originally designed for PC, and I think that's what they should have done. They should have shoved it out there on PC first, and then turned around and run it. I was actually listening to Raging Golden Eagle, and he was kind of laughing at this. He said it's kind of funny because console gamers always give PC players shit because, we got your game first. Well, now console players have the game first, PC players have the game first, and console players are over there crying at the moment. I'm just glad I upgraded it to PC because now I'm buying Cyberpunk, I believe, this weekend. Anywho, let's go here. CDProjectRed's joint CEO Adam Krasinski, when speaking to investors, said, after 3 days, we as the management board were too focused on releasing the game. It would appear as though the constant pushback from the release date is what ultimately made them jump the gun and throw Cyberpunk 2077 out to the world prematurely. And I would say that this has just been mounting pressure. I don't believe it was pressure from gamers that made them do it. I think this was basically pressure from investors because they're looking to make their money back in a certain amount of time. Which, if you invest in a video game, I would probably say have them tell you how long it's going to take for them to get the game done, and then just calculate up. It's probably going to be 3 times as long. You need to multiply that by 3. That's probably about when you're going to get paid. That's why you should plan it around that area. That way, if they do manage to get it out there earlier, hey, you made your money early. It's a nice big bonus. If not, well, you've already got your scheduling set up to get it much later down the road. But that it appears that they just got so intent on getting this game out there. There was so much hype behind it, and they were probably afraid of losing the hype train. Understandable, but it still doesn't give you the excuse to put out a game that was so broken. Let's keep going on. It begs the question, at that point, why not just be open, go back to the ambiguous TBA? Sure, people would be soured, but arguably less so than forking out the cash for a broken, unfinished mess. It would seem as though, to an extent, Krasinski agrees, as he said, it was wrong to approach and against our business policy to ignore the signals about the need for additional time to refine the game on the base last-gen consoles. Yeah, you should have just delayed the game on console. If it ran good on PC, release it on PC. But I can tell you another thing that probably fucked that up is PlayStation, wanting exclusives. Oh, you got to release it on our system first. Them going there making demands of gaming companies. So when you get the thing released, when they want to release it out on PC and start making money and recoup some investments, PlayStation's sitting there like, no, you release it on PC by itself, only on PC. PlayStation, we'll pull out, we'll do this, we'll do that. Well, PlayStation's already done that now. So my opinion, the game is going to work real well on PlayStation 5, Xbox X, and PCs. I don't think it's going to work on any current gen consoles. That's probably never going to happen. CDProjectRed may regain its trust from the fans and may very well pull back from this whole ordeal in the public eye. But if these lawsuits are anything to go by, the repercussions they face could be the bigger, longer-lasting problem. My opinion is it depends on if they start paying back. If CDProjectRed can pull this off because here's the thing, court cases take a while to get going. CDProjectRed does have time to fix a lot of the problems with Cyberpunk. I don't think they're going to get to PlayStation 4 quality. I don't think they're going to get PlayStation 4 running. I think what's going to happen is you're going to probably have to get a PlayStation 5 to play it properly. It'll be like The Witcher 3. So honestly, what I think will happen is there'll probably be this threat of a lawsuit. This is just investors probably lighting a fire under CDProjectRed. They know the longer this crap lasts, the less likely, and they're probably only going to get serious about the lawsuit if they don't see money coming in. If CDProjectRed can start fixing their reputation, if they can start fixing the game, getting the patches out there, and giving people what they wanted in the first place, then yeah, I could see the game probably going up. More PC users will be buying it. More people who are buying PlayStation 5s will be buying it, and they'll start to recoup those costs back and be able to start paying some of their investors off. Once the investors start getting their money, they'll have no reason to really go after CDProjectRed. That's if CBR can make Cyberpunk 2077 work and make it work such a great. Right now it works on PC. I mean, people, like I said, people on PC, they're running it and they think it's great. Young Ripa, he stopped playing it on PlayStation, on his PlayStation console, and now is playing it exclusively on PC because he said the PC can run it better. So, is this the worst launch in history, do I think? No, it's not the worst, because my opinion, the worst would be Fallout 76 still. Because, I mean, you had a game that broke PCs, and the company still is doubling down today saying that the game is still perfect. Y'all just don't know what you were talking about. All those game-breaking bugs, you just don't know what you were thinking. From a developer's point of view, it was perfect. They still don't believe it. I do give props for CDProjectRed for trying to fix this situation, and I hope they do. I hope they do. I hope they fix it. I'm not one of those people that I don't defend them for what they did. What they did was wrong, but hey, if you can fix it, I'll forgive it. All right? Anyway, folks, I'm the Last Raider. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel and hit the bell for notification. It helps this channel out a lot, boosts us up in the algorithm, and lets people know where we are. And also, your comment, your like could possibly get more people in here, and I could do more with the channel. But anyway, folks, stay safe, stay frosty. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye now.